Hi Geminis, this video is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I will be doing a video like this hopefully every 2 weeks, and so you can expect that this reading will be very general, but it will be about the next 2 weeks. Obviously, if it was a private reading, I could be more specific, and I am working on hopefully eventually doing private readings. But for now, on these YouTube videos, I will be doing readings. Today I'm doing Gemini, the zodiac sign Gemini. You can watch this no matter what kind of sign you are. But if you're a Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, or Gemini Rising, this should resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. So Gemini, I am going to be dividing this video into 6 categories: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and financial. 6 categories. I will be drawing 3 cards from my tarot deck in regards to each subject, and I do have a clarification deck just in case we need to clarify one of the subjects for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let me say that if you don't know your moon sign or your rising sign, you can always Google free birth chart and you can put in the information there to find out what your moon sign or your rising sign is. Your sun sign is basically your zodiac sign. So if you have always known that you are a Gemini because people have always told you you were born in May and you are a Gemini, then there we go. So you can watch this video and you can find out what to expect in the next 2 weeks. All right, what can my Gemini babies, Sun, Moon, and Rising expect mentally? We're doing one shuffle here to find out what Geminis can expect mentally. Confusion, 5 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is favoring you mentally. The Hanged Man. A sense of freedom, but a sense of uncomfortability at the same time. Something is making you uncomfortable. It has to do with your mind, but Lady Luck is shining on you, my Geminis, mentally. For the mental card, we have the 5 of Swords, which you can see how it is confusion. She's looking all over the place. She's dropped one of the swords, but she still has one sword in her hand, so she's still in control. She's doing a lot of thinking, Gemini, but she is going to have luck shine on her because Gemini, you guys think a lot. You are also very good thinkers, and so you are also very good communicators. I am seeing that you're going to talk yourself out of a situation with your brilliant mind, and then you will have the Wheel of Fortune that will be turning, and I do believe it's going to look favorably on you. But let's see what the clarification card says for you mentally, because we do have a lot of confusion mentally with the 5 of Swords. What does it mean? What does the Hanged Man card mean? I see that the Wheel of Fortune is Lady Luck. I think I might have to draw 2 cards. Let's start with Lady Luck, okay? So we have the 8 of Cups, mystery. It's that idea that Spirit can't tell you how luck is going to shine on you, but that yes, it will, because the Magician is all about creating positivity in their lives. They're all about thinking positively and accepting things as they come. So I do see that whatever happens, you will be able to accept it. So that is for the Wheel of Fortune clarification. But let's find out what the Hanged Man means. How does this mentally, is it about freedom, or is it about being uncomfortable in order to achieve freedom? Let's see for our Gemini babies, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One shuffle. Okay, so the Hangman, we have 8 of Wands. So it is about freedom. The Hanged Man is not about being uncomfortable so much as it's about freedom. As you see, the 8 of Wands, we have a lot of the flying wands. We have the air. We have Spirit flying through the air in abundance. So it is very much about mental abundance. Perhaps you have been going through a hard time, Gemini, mentally, because this is what we're talking about. Right now, the 3 cards and the clarification cards are in regards to your mind. And so for the next 2 weeks, you can expect that you will be freed from this uncomfortable mental situation. Lady Luck is going to be shining on your side, and the confusion will have ceased. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Geminis, let's just get our stuff in order here. and get on to the subject of physical. So what can my Geminis expect as far as their health is concerned? Physical. What is not just health, but how can they improve their health? How can my Gemini, sun, moon, and rising improve their health in one shuffle? Here we go. Physically, for health. Okay. Don't let others control how you define health. I see you are being very much controlled by the thoughts of others and the will. The people have been putting a lot of thoughts into your mind because they have having the intention of they have the intention of making you feel like you need to be controlled by them, Gemini. You are thinkers. You are very much thinkers, and I do see that you're thinking through the situation. So physically, I see that you're feeling controlled with the 10 of Wands. But let's see, we don't have 2 other cards. One more shuffle here for 2 more cards. For Gemini, we have the 3 of Swords. Oh, this is really hurting your feelings. The idea that people have been judging you, Gemini, physically is really caused a toll on your heart. And, okay, feeling like you're at the mercy of someone else with the 6 of Swords. Almost like you, Gemini, are the angel being carried along in this picture. Okay. Ooh. That sounds bad. I don't like the 3 of Swords for physical because it's really a painful time for you, Gemini. But let's see how we can get through this. Let's see if we can draw a clarification card for my Geminis to see how they can get through this physical time. Can you give us, Spirit, some sort of not clarification, but hope? How can the Geminis, the zodiac sun, moon, and rising Gemini babies feel a sense of hope? With one more shuffle, I'm going to draw a card. Okay, love. Believe in love. You got the Lover's card, Gemini. So, you know, that is how you can find a sense of hope. Believe in love. I know that sounds really vague, but remember, this isn't, you know, a personalized reading. But when I think of believe in love, I think about eternity. I think about the fact that you can rely on people that you've always had in your life who have been kind to you and who have been helpful and who have been there for you in difficult times. I know it's hard to experience the judgment of others, Gemini, especially since you're always thinking about how you can help others, and you've had a really hard time feeling like hurt by other people's judgment and feeling like they're trying to control you because they just, maybe they don't like you because they're jealous of you, and feeling like you've been carried along. But I think this card is also saying that Spirit is carrying you along. But I did see that you have to focus on love and the good things that are loving in your life, whether you have children or a husband or somebody in your life, a wife, a friend, a family member, a best friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a teacher, somebody in your life who has been genuinely showing you love. Remember how they see you, Gemini, okay? And let's get a little bit of clarification for the 6 of Swords, because I don't understand exactly what the 6 of Swords means for you physically, because we didn't really talk about what you can do physically to benefit you through this time of, you know, difficulty emotionally. So, okay, Knight of Wands, soaring. So maybe traveling, maybe you don't, I mean, obviously you don't have to travel far with the COVID, but you see you can soar, but you don't have to physically travel. If you just go for a walk, I do see that you will feel in touch with nature. And sometimes when you put on your earphones, Gemini, if you put on a pair of earphones and go for a walk, I do see that physically you will benefit from this. Allow yourself to connect with the love of Mother Nature. Allow yourself to connect with the idea of the love that you feel from the people in your life who really do love you. Okay, it's very much about connecting with nature. Feeling like you are connecting with nature will allow you to feel like you are soaring in your spirit. Okay, Gemini? Physically for you. That's what this means. The 6 of Swords is about how, you know, see, she's like being carried, this angel, and then I see that this is a flying card. So it's about no longer being carried in the next 2 weeks, Gemini. It's about allowing yourself to soar. And I do think that physically that means that you have to get out and you have to start moving, okay, Gemini? For your, you know, for your health, you know, you want to take care of your health. You want to live a long time. You want to be as fit as you can be, you know. whether you're a mother or you're a mother to be, or you're a father and you want to live a long time for your kids, or maybe you're younger and you want to have kids one day, or maybe you just want to feel good in your skin. Yeah, I would say get out and get some exercise. Okay, so spiritually for Gemini, how can their soul respond to the next 2 weeks? I'm going to do 2 shuffles here as best we can for Gemini spirit. That's one. Okay. Shuffle these babies. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, emotionally, so feelings. Gemini, we have the world. Interesting. I see awe, I see wonder. Emotionally, awe, wonder with the world. Emotionally, chance with the world. Taking a chance emotionally. Okay. And also we have the confusion, which I think was something that we had already experienced mentally. Okay, so you're still, the next 2 weeks, emotionally, you'll still be dealing with confusion. Swords is a thinking card. Gemini, you are good at thinking. You are good at thinking through your confusion. You are going to put yourself in awe at how you deal with your confusion. You are going to take a chance. But what is this chance going to be about? Emotionally, what is the chance that Gemini is taking emotionally, Spirit? One, shuffle. Okay. Emotionally, the chance you're taking is to create the magic in your life. Okay, so you're connecting with your spirit here. Emotionally, you are going to put yourself in awe at how you connect with spirit. You're going to think yourself into a magical situation in the next 2 weeks, Gemini. Be prepared to be in awe at how you connect with spirit. Be prepared to put yourself in awe at how you connect with the magic within you. Have the Magician for a clarifying card. Taking a chance on yourself. Taking a chance on your mind. Thinking through a difficult situation will put you in awe of yourself this week, in the next 2 weeks. I see that here. Okay, that's good. Okay, Gemini. That was emotionally. Spiritually. Spiritually and emotionally and intellectually are all really connected, but sometimes we can find one shuffle. We can find threads that connect all of them together. So that could mean that a card comes up in all 3, or that a card comes up in 2 of the 3. So what can we expect spiritually? We have the Moon, subconscious. We have the Magician. What do you know? We had a clarification card that was the Magician. Remember, it was about connecting with your spirit to the point where you feel like you're in awe. And spiritually, again, you will be connecting with the Magician within you, creation, and the Fool, sense of wonder, excitement, newness, intelligence. Okay, so this is spiritually intelligent, subconsciously creating the Magician within you. Spiritually. Okay, that's really, really deep, Gemini. I really feel like that's pretty clear. I just have to read them a little bit more thoroughly here. Okay, so we have the Magician, the Moon, and the Fool. Taking a chance on yourself. We're talking about spiritually. Seeing signs and synchronicities and being aware that they're there. The Moon is a subconscious card, but the Moon is also connected with the Goddess. It's connected with emotions, of course, but it rules the emotions. So it's not about being ruled by your emotions. I don't see, spiritually, I don't see a lot of crying outwardly. I see you crying inwardly. But I see you crying inwardly at the newness that you will receive spiritually within the next 2 weeks, Gemini. And with this card, the Magician, we had the Magician with emotions. What does the emotions and the Spirit have to do with the Magician card? Because we had the Magician card for emotion in the clarification card, and we had the Magician in the Spirit. So what does that mean? How does Gemini connect the Magician spiritually and emotionally, Spirit? Let's draw a clarification card for you, Gemini. How can you? We're going to do 2 shuffles. When I say 2 shuffles, it means I'm shuffling 2 times, and I take the card off the top. Okay, so the connection is the 6 of Wands, leadership. That the connection emotionally and spiritually between the Magician is taking the leadership. Okay. I'm thinking about a lot of things, but I'm going to explain to you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about children. I'm thinking about family. You are very much the leader, Gemini, of your family, whether you're sun, moon, or rising. I'm seeing that you are definitely a leader, and the idea that you are connecting with your leadership abilities is what is connecting you to the Magician spiritually and emotionally, and that's how you'll put yourself in awe and in wonder. Spirit is saying you have great leadership qualities, Gemini, especially in these next 2 weeks, which is what I'm doing the reading for. Excuse me. Okay, that's good. Let's talk about intellectually. So Gemini, planning. So the mind, intellectual, speaking with like thinking. So we have, for Gemini, we have the 5 of Swords, confusion, intellectual, confusion. But control, still, we have control of the mind here, Gemini. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Moon. Worship. Worship here. Intellectual for Gemini. We have worship. Okay, let's draw a clarification card. I don't really understand these 3 cards here. 5 of Swords. King of Swords. 5 of Swords, King of Swords, and the Moon for Gemini. I just want a card to kind of bring them all together from my clarification deck for you, Gemini. I'm going to do 3 shuffles with the cards. Oh, sorry. Tarot deck. I don't like to be rough with my tarot decks. I don't know who does, to be honest, but you never know. That was 2. Okay. Okay, so the clarification card for intellectual planning. We have, oh, yay, the 10 of Cups. Celebration, light, gratitude, abundance, connection. All right, intellectual connection. Intellectual connection. So even, okay, even through the confusion, you will learn how to connect intellectually with those around you because you are thinkers, Gemini. The King of Swords with the card of connection. The King of Swords. It isn't about isolating yourself as much as it's about being the king of your domain. Remember the leadership card that you had. King of Swords. You are thinkers and you are the king of your mind, Gemini. Continue that. That's what's connecting you to the people around you. And the Moon, the goddess energy, the darkness, the clarity that comes through your subconscious thinking brings the Sun. Even though there's a darkness intellectually, Gemini, I see that for the next 2 weeks at some point, there will be sunlight at the end, which means that you will have clarity through this confusing time of the mind because you do take control, leadership of your own mind, and you're able to still function really well, helping people around you. Yeah, okay. Why do I still feel confusion though? Let's draw another clarification card. With the 10 of Cups, I feel there's something missing. We had the emotions, we had the 10 of Cups. Okay, we had the Moon for Gemini, with the King of Swords for Gemini, and we had the 5 of Swords for Gemini for intellectual. So, just please, one more card to clarify, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. It's about not overthinking it, Gemini. Intellectually, just don't overthink anything. You got this. You got this. The next 2 weeks, just remember, you got this. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that was intellectually for Gemini. Now we're going to draw 3 cards for financial for the next 2 weeks for the Geminis, please. Money and career. What can Gemini expect for money and career, please, Spirit? One more shuffle. Gemini, financially, money and career. Thank you. Okay. Okay, the King of Chalices. Studies. Studies. Interesting. Money and career. I'm saying studies. Studies for money and career. Overworking, but resting. Money and career. Overworking with your career. Studies. Money and career. Overworking with your studies. And yet, yeah, reaching higher and achieving greater things with the High Priestess. Reaching higher and creating better things with the High Priestess. Okay, financially. Okay. This is the financial outcome of your life in the next 2 weeks. It's about achieving greater things in your money and career, but you are going to feel like you've really worked hard for it, because you see this person has really worked hard in the Four of Wands. And then the King of Chalices. I see studies. What does this mean, studies? Spirit. What does it mean when I see this King of Chalices and I'm thinking studies for money and career and finance? I'm going to do, okay, we got the Page of Swords. Too big for your britches. Weird. I don't understand. I'm willing to draw another card. Too big for your britches is what I'm getting here. The Page of Swords. Let's see. One more card, please, Spirit. Five of Wands. Don't play with fire. Don't play with fire. Maybe for those Geminis who are watching this video, you're thinking about going back to school or starting an online course. You're actually giving into your emotions when you want to do that. For the next 2 weeks, I wouldn't say you should bite off more than you can chew with the Page of Swords. Financially, I think that, you know, things are looking good for achieving, but already you are overworking yourself, and don't take on more than you can. Don't bite off more than you can chew with the Five of Wands. Keep your clarity clear. Keep your eyes open. Don't be blinded by your emotions. That's what I see with the King of Chalices. The King of Chalices can be blinded by his emotions. And you can actually bite off more than you can chew mentally. It's not about going back to school or taking on a course right in these next 2 weeks, perhaps later on. But I wouldn't suggest it, because I think it's going to overtire you, Gemini. And maybe you are going to, you know, you have a right to go ahead and take up that study or whatever you want to take up that's going to allow you to further yourself in your mental capacity. But it doesn't have to be like as big as you want it to be, because I see with the Page of Swords that you see the sword is very big for this beginner, and it's too much. It's too much. You see, it's like out of proportion. The mind is too big for its britches in this card. For career, I wouldn't suggest it in the next 2 weeks. And maybe the sign-up deadline is in the next 2 weeks, but remember that you're playing with fire if you do sign up with the Five of Wands, Gemini. You see they're batting their sticks around, but there's a beehive there. High Priestess says you're already really successful in your career, in what you've accomplished in your career. But let's draw a clarification card, because I feel like, yeah, I just don't want to leave you like that without really anything to give you hope. What's the hope card for my Geminis? The Nine of Swords. Being grateful. Yeah. You're going to feel it. I think you feel grateful. Nine of Swords. Okay. The key is gratefulness. That's the key for your finance. It's gratefulness. I see maybe you're thinking about finances in the sense of income coming in, Gemini. Maybe you feel like if you progress with your studies, you will make more money. But especially with COVID, I don't know if studies are the best idea. I don't know why Spirit is telling me this. Let me draw another card. I just don't feel comfortable with that. I'm not one to tell people not to do something, you know, especially when they want to, but maybe we're just not seeing it. What's Gemini? Seven of Swords. What does this mean? Seven of Swords. Page of Swords. Nine of Swords. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. High Priestess. King of Chalices. And we have the Seven of Swords. Five. Four of Five. Okay, was it Four of Wands, Five of Wands for finances, Seven of Swords, and Nine of Swords. Okay, it's about career and finances is about being confident with what you already have, Gemini. Just be confident with what you already have. You're feeling this way because you're feeling insecure about who you are and what you've accomplished, and you've already accomplished so much. That's what I see here for you, Gemini. Believe in yourself, okay? So that is all for you, Geminis. And I will see you in a reading like this again, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, hopefully in another 2 weeks. Bye, guys.